lollipops to weeping willows. An imagination unloaded when it hits the pillow. Replay them in my head, deciphering the riddle. A reoccurring dream I've had since I was little. In a room alone, darkness is the tone. The silhouette of a man brings a chill to my bones. I dare not shriek, I just wish I was home. The man now speaks in an ominous groan. Close your eyes, don't forget my rhyme. What this life has in store isn't too kind. You can test your limits, but you're running out of time. Just no one but yourself, cause the truth you can't find. It was clear to me now, as I listened to the voice. I pulled this figure to the light, didn't give him the choice. When brought to the surface, I'm still alone. Cause when my face met his, it was my own. Through the burning of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left. Through the burden of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left. A tough exterior, a strong outer shell. He feels inferior, which is why he rebels, and only grows wearier in this journey through hell. A wayward soul, looking for himself, drifting through eyes that judge every step, trudging through hearts that haunt while he slept. Darkness falls behind his back where it crept, consuming his being in every single step. The ones he trusted most were the first to leave, and the love he once lusted he no longer believed. The voices in his head are the whispers of the trees, and every fallen leaf is a painful memory. The tears, blood and sweat are a barren Red Sea, and the fears that he kept fade away like his dreams. But no matter the struggle, he never begged to plead, cause he'd rather die standing than a man on his knees. Through the burning of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left. Through the burden of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left. Just a young girl with the biggest heart, being thrown in this world was the vicious start. A parentless home in a friendless park, getting pushed and shoved cause she's not as smart. Her rage so fiery, held back with fear. She hides in her diary that she holds so near, writing every lie and every painful tear, while she looks up to the sky and hopes the rain will clear. She got a little older and found a man, treated him like gold and was his biggest fan. Through time and space was their lifelong plan, but across her face is where he laid his hands. She's living in vain, no just excuse. This war with pain, she's calling a truce. She knows what she's after and she can't refuse, so she writes the final chapter and ties the noose. Through the burning of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left. Through the burden of life, in the feel of death, the hurt inside just steals our breath. We find our light where this darkness kept, and we fight our fight just to keep what's left.